Here we are again at the home page, and today's lesson is going to be on sending an email. The first thing we're going to do to send an email is we're going to go select one. So we're going to go to View Emails, and we're going to select this first email here that we've got, and we're going to go over to the right side of the page here where we had the options. Remember when we discussed this in the lesson on viewing emails, the Send button, and we're going to hit the Send button here. Now the Send button is going to send us over to the area where we can start to make some decisions on where this email is going to go. So we're over here now, and the first thing we're going to see is who do you want to send the email to? Do you want to send it to all your contacts? Do you want to send it to contacts who match a certain criteria? Or do you want to send the email to all contacts in the selected segments? Okay? Now, the segments, if you remember, back when we talked about breaking a large list down into segments based on certain elements within it, this is where you would go to do that, and this is what brings up those elements below, if you notice that the screen changed down in this area down here. So we're going to go back to the first part here, and we're going to select now a list of contacts that we can send this email to. And so we're going to go here, and we're going to say we're going to send it to everybody in the list called a total list, which is the largest list that I have. It's 1.8 million people. And we're going to go ahead and come down to the bottom, and we've selected everything now that's available. Now, can we select more than one email here? The answer to that question is yes, you can select as many different lists as you want to. Remember when we talked about selecting or creating an email versus an autoresponder, that an email, when you create it, is not specifically pointed at a list, where on the other hand an autoresponder is. Here is where we're making the choices of how many lists we want to send that to, which is kind of a nice thing. Now on the other hand, an autoresponder doesn't allow us to do this, because at the very beginning of creating the autoresponder, we selected a list to send that autoresponder message to. So as we move forward from here to the next particular piece of information, we come to a situation which we will always come to in sending this stuff, and that is to give it a name. Now in this particular case, this is the campaign that we have selected to send to, so it's already there. The owner of the list was Monopoly Builder, and we're going to send back any responses from the email to that same email address, as we're going to send replies. So in other words, there's a difference between an answer. If you have a question in there and somebody's going to opt in, they would go to that page. It may not be the same page as one that you want somebody to respond to. So in other words, you could have a questionnaire in there, and you would want those to send to your email. On the other hand, people may respond to this thing and say, I never want to see this email again. I don't like this type of content. In other words, not dealing with the mainstream of things, and you would want those emails sometimes to go to a different place. So you have a choice of selecting one or two different places that the email could go to that is a response. And then the email scheduling, you want to send your email campaign now, or do you want to take in time to do something different? And you check mark and uncheck that box. And again, your little blue spheres out at the end will tell you what you want to do and what you don't want to do. Most people want to send the email immediately, and so you want to leave this box checked. Now, the next thing that I always do is to have the program notify me when the email sending started and when it stopped. The reason why is because of the fact that we have talked about this before you signed up, that your license allows you to send about 2,500 emails an hour. If you're sending a several million email like we do, it takes days to send that email. On the other hand, for your purposes, most of your lists will be less than 5,000. You should receive within 2 hours the notification that your email has been sent. And so if you don't get that, you want to go back and look at your computer to tell you that, hey, your email hasn't gone out, and you're going to want to know why. You're going to find the reason why. here are some advanced settings that allow you to fill custom fields that you created in the email. We're going to get to that as we create the email themselves. So just remember that this is here. Now the part here where it says send your email is a multi-part email, the recommendation of the program is to always have that checked. That allows you the latitude that if you're going to send later emails linked to this one, it's there. If you uncheck that, that becomes an impossibility. The track the open rate and track links, these are all things that will appear in your report at the end, and you're going to select them now. And now you come to the issues that are going to synopsify or make a quick glance at the email that you are sending. And this is where you're at. You're going to send it to 1,800,000 people. It's from a total list. The subject line of the email is name brand clothing clearance. The name of your promotion, this is a name you gave it that nobody sees, is clothing promotion. And your job is scheduled to run on February the 12th at 7:21 a.m., which is right now. And each email will be about 341 bits in size, which totals 585.5 megabytes for the entire sending. So when you send something this big, you want to send it kind of small. You don't want to go big with it. So we're ready to schedule the email. We're going to go ahead and schedule it out here. Now, once we get here, okay, this is the clothing promotion that we're dealing with, okay, and it's getting prepared to send it. But now all of a sudden we find we missed something. We can pause it and go make a decision on what we're going to do. Now that we've paused the thing, we would have to resume it if we wanted to continue to send it. So once we would rectify something, maybe we decided, no, we don't want to send it right now, we want to send it later. That's fine. Here's what we do. We go ahead and we hit the edit button, and now the edit button allows us to pick a time that we can send it in the future. So once after we get this all done, we hit the save button, and we come back here, and the machine is still not going to send the email until we hit resume. Now we have a couple other choices here that we can view the email. We've already edited the email, and we can obviously delete the email at this point as well. So that's kind of a quick overview. We ask that you kind of spend some time looking at each one of these elements, and you can always undo what you've done by hitting the delete button. So by practicing through this, you'll be able to send your emails quite effectively and efficiently. If again you run into any problem, the help button's right up here in the upper right hand corner. Please don't hesitate to push it. It will allow you an opportunity to contact our staff by email and to ask questions. If you provide us with a telephone number, we can call you back. Otherwise, we hope that this program works well for you and increases your business. That's what you bought it for. So any questions, again, like I say, go to the help button, and otherwise make it a great day.